Hey my man, what's good? It's Jake Andrews here over at Blues Rock Guitar Lessons. Thanks for checking out the channel. Today I want to show you the very first intro part on Stevie Ray's version of Texas Flood. Now I say Stevie Ray's version because this is not his song. This was cut originally by an artist named Larry Davis in the late 50s. So probably 25 years before Stevie Ray Vaughan recorded this song. Now, if you would, please go and check out that original version. You will see that Stevie Ray is pretty much just playing it note for note the way that Larry Davis originally recorded it. You might be blown away by that. So I'm born and raised here in Austin, Texas. I grew up playing here in the music scene in the shadows of the legendary Stevie Ray Vaughan. And as a tribute to that, we're going to get into this version of Texas Flood. Now you probably know that Stevie Ray is always tuned down half a step. So he's playing this in the G position, but for us, if we're not tuned down, we're actually going to be in the F sharp, key of F sharp, okay? So we're right here in our first position of F sharp minor pentatonic. And it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. And then we're into the next verse of the intro. Okay, so follow me in close and let's see what in the world Stevie Ray is doing on this. So come down here to the first position for the key of F sharp. So right here at the 2nd fret. That's where we're going to start the first lick, okay? And that's where most of the lead part is happening anyways. So we're going to start with our ring finger up here on the 5th string. Now the pentatonic notes would be like this if I walked it down. But what we're doing is we're substituting this major note right here, major pentatonic note right here. So you have to reach back an extra half a step to get that note. Alright? So we play. Now our next part is really just a partial F chord shape. It's just these 3 notes. Our middle finger is arched up and our first finger is barring across the 1st and 2nd strings, just as if we played the F chord shape. So just these last 3 strings. But the thing is, what we want to do, we want to hammer our middle finger down. So our first finger is going to cover the first 3 strings. And you want to strum all 3 of them pretty firmly, and then hammer down your middle finger only on the 3rd string and make sure it doesn't touch the 1st or 2nd string. So it should sound like this. You might have to play with what position you bring your middle finger down because you don't want to touch the 2nd string and block it. So. Okay. Now our next move, we're going to totally lift that and bring our ring finger across the 3 strings here at the 4th fret. Strum all 3 of those pretty firmly. And then right back to this lick. And end it by coming up separately to your ring finger on the root note. So even though that's all based off of this chord shape here, I want you to it's played separately. In other words, don't try to keep locked down and try to do it like this. You'll get too sloppy and it will get too much tension there. So once again. Now the last part of it, you want to drop into, once again, it's like this F chord shape. We're going to drop our pinky down on the 2nd string. And when we do that, our first finger really just has to get the 1st string. So it's this chord right here. When we dropped our pinky and now it becomes a 6. So this would actually be F sharp 6. And we're going to strum the last 4 strings twice. Okay, see how I release it slightly to get that choppy sound? Put this together. See how I just let those fingers fall in? Now I'm going to slide my ring finger up, so I'm now up in the B position, and that's the 4 chord change. So I'm going to slide up here, up to the 9th fret on the 5th string, and play that same lick. Right up in this box. Right here, he doesn't play the 6th chord again. What he actually does is he jumps all the way up here to a B 9th chord. Okay, for us it's B 9th. And this is the full chord where we're barring across those last 3 and then our first and middle. But what he's doing a partial version. So no middle finger, just these last 4 strings. So a lot easier. He does this a lot. We're going to strum it like this. He does it twice like that. So it's. All right, let's play what we have so far. 1, 2, 3. Now is where we come back to our F sharp first position and play the lead, okay? So come back here, get your thumb over it, and on your ring finger we're going to bend the 3rd string and go straight from the top of the bend to the 1st finger across the 1st and 2nd strings. The first lick sounds like. So we're going to go and then reach over here on the 2nd string and come back. Then he's going to come down on his ring finger right here, which is more of a major note. So here's the pentatonic note. He's going to come down here. And he's going to do this little hammer-on pull-off lick he does a lot right here on the 1st string. So my 1st finger's on the 1st string, and my middle finger's going to hammer down and pull off like this. It's just a little passing note. Reach over here on my ring finger. You notice as I do, I lift my 1st finger. And then back to my 1st finger on the 1st string. Now on my ring finger, reach up to the pentatonic note on the 1st string, which is right here. And we're going to bend it up with both fingers here. Up, down. So up, down. And pull my 1st finger back. And I'm going to pick the 1st string and then the 2nd string. So it's like. Bring my ring finger and middle finger back on the 3rd string. We're going to bend that. This lick sounds like. All right, so I'm going to bend this G string up, but from the top of the bend, I'm going to immediately switch to my 1st finger, and he's going to bend up, down here like. Bending with your 1st finger might be a little tricky for you if you've never done it. You usually have to dig under the string more than you do on a regular bend. We're trying to bend a full step. Up to the D string, ring finger. And then, so. All right. And then finally we end the verse by walking up on the turnaround, walking up to the 5 on the A string, and then falling into a C 7th shape chord. Here it's actually C sharp 7. So it's like the C chord shape with our pinky. See, you just let those fingers fall into the chord. That's the first intro verse. All right, let me play it slow-mo, and then I'll play it full speed. 2, 3. And here is full speed. 2, 3. All right, there you go, guys. The very first intro part on Stevie Ray's version of Texas Flood. Check out that original version by Larry Davis. And please, if you would, subscribe to the channel. Come check back regularly for all kind of free videos on blues and rock and R&B and soul classic songs. We're going to learn them on guitar. And if you would, come see me over at bluesrockguitarlessons.com, where I have full-length videos, break down songs verse by verse, learn every verse, really in detailed videos. And I will see you there. Thanks so much for watching.